Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare 2 as well as subsequently Warzone 2, because both of those games are bleeding players right now. And Infinity Ward, Raven Software, even Activision, they don't seem to care even a little bit. It's actually pretty insane. So as we all know, Modern Warfare 2 launched in October. We're going to be using Steam charts for this video. We've talked about it before, but Steam charts is the only accurate representation of the active player base within the Call of Duty franchise. We cannot see things on Xbox or PlayStation, but the stuff that we see on Steam is definitely representative of what's happening to the community. It may not be the entire community, but it's definitely part of it, and there's gonna be a lot of information here in this video that you guys are just gonna be like, wow, like holy hell, how did it get this bad? So as we know, Modern Warfare 2 launched in October, then it gained a ton of players in November, likely because of Black Friday as well as the launch of Warzone 2. Keep in mind, on Steam, the application for Modern Warfare 2 is the same application for Warzone 2, so both games are combined into this one title right here. Though unfortunately, after November, it has been all downhill ever since. They lost 20% of their player base in December, which you think it would go up because of like Christmas sales, right? Apparently not. Maybe because Christmas was at the very end of December, maybe it was going to be better in January. No, they lost 42% of their player base in January. They lost another 6% in February, and then another 6% here in March. All in all, since November, Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 have lost on Steam, though again, this is likely similar on other platforms, roughly 60% of their player base. Now think about that for a second. 2 out of every 3 Modern Warfare 2 / Warzone 2 players have just straight up dipped. Right? They don't play anymore, and if they do, it's incredibly sporadically. And you may think this is just a gaming trend that we're heading into right now because it's spring, right? I mean, games are getting a bit stale, games have been out for a while, but shit, dude, like look at Apex Legends on Steam, for crying out loud. You can't even blame PC numbers here because Apex was at 500,000 peak players in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, Modern Warfare 2, which encompasses campaign, multiplayer, Spec Ops, all of it, even DMZ, as well as Warzone 2, all combined, cannot even scratch 90K. Now, mind you, Apex Legends is out on console, just like COD is, so imagine what those numbers really are if you factor in Xbox and PlayStation people into the 500,000 people that in the last 24 hours have been playing Apex Legends. Like, that is insane to me, and one thing appears to be clear. COD itself is down bad, which I think we all kind of knew that. We've had one original post-launch map. They're definitely not updating the game really whatsoever. They don't seem to care at all about multiplayer. And the other thing that seems to be clear is that Call of Duty as a battle royale is straight up dying. Like, Warzone 2 was supposed to be like this massive like achievement in gaming. You know, Warzone 1 was like very popular. A lot of people really seemed to enjoy it. I mean, people to lesser or greater extents. I mean, they had different updates with like Rebirth Island. Of course, they had things like the Pacific map come out. But in general, Warzone 1, or just call it Warzone, I suppose, that game was very popular. Then Warzone 2 was supposed to take like everything they learned, all the little bumps in the road that they had for the original Warzone, and they're supposed to fix everything with Warzone 2. It's going to be coming out with Modern Warfare 2. It's going to be the most current game. It's going to be amazing. And dude, the game's like straight up dead already as compared to a lot of the other Battle Royale games out there. It's actually insane. Like, you look at these numbers here. You see pro players like Aiden, for example, just this is brought to my attention. So pro players like Aiden here, like an actual professional player stepping away from Warzone because the game is stale and buggy. And then you even look at the fact that Infinity Ward themselves, like on the multiplayer side of things, like Warzone 2, I don't think it's like any surprise whatsoever. Like Warzone 2 is down bad right now, but when it comes to COD multiplayer, it's just as bad. I mean, Infinity Ward, like what the hell are they doing? It's been like 2 weeks now since we've had the 10v10 playlist, which is something that fans were requesting forever. I mean, back in Modern Warfare 2019, 10v10 was just a straight up playlist like the entire time, and then now here in Modern Warfare 2, they brought it out for like a week, maybe that, and then they got rid of it for a couple of weeks now, and they haven't said why. They haven't said if it's coming back. We have no idea. A shipment playlist, for crying out loud, right? Like, fans have been requesting every single day. I see this on social media. Fans are wondering, where is the shipment playlist? Where is the shoot house playlist? Shoot the ship, even. Close quarters is not that fun of a playlist. Like, it'll do in the meantime, but for a lot of people, like, okay, so many I'm getting like ahead of myself, I'm getting all flustered, but a lot of people like make jokes, right? Saying like, oh, everyone wants new maps in Modern Warfare 2, but when they add new maps, all they ever want to do is play on shipment. That's not necessarily true. People want to play the actual maps and play the actual multiplayer. The reason why shipment is so beloved is a flaw in game design with Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, despite the fact it was a 3-year game developed by 3,000 people, has one singular uno progression path. Leveling doesn't matter. Once you hit level 50, you have all your shit. The only progression path in the game, like stuff for you to actually sign in and work for, because leveling doesn't matter anymore, prestiging is gone, challenges are just abysmal. The only thing to play for is Orion camo. And a big part of Orion is leveling up your weapons, which you can do that in normal game modes, sure, but shipment's obviously faster. But the big thing for me personally, as I'm like 70%-ish of the way through on my way to Orion, is a lot of these challenges are fucking stupid. We're talking prone kills, 30 prone kills, 30 crouching kills, 30 mounted kills, things like that. Do you want to go do those challenges on like the new Expo map that came out? No, it's horrible. Have you ever just sat there leaning up against the wall hoping someone walks by? It's as shitty as going for long shots in hardcore, which I can make a whole freaking video about how, I hate going for long shots. It's such a stupid idea for a challenge. It's not even challenging. The challenge is your patience and your sanity. The challenge is like balancing your sanity and your will to live and trying to keep them equal, right? As you're going for long shots in hardcore, just sitting there holding down the sight line, hoping somebody walks through and hoping that their gun isn't stronger than yours in hardcore. Like, it's such a stupid fucking challenge that is solely designed for player retention. There's no challenge to it. Like, if the challenge is to get 10 kill streaks, make me do that instead. I will get them done way faster than going for fucking long shots, dude. If you saw my stream yesterday, you know how I feel about long shots, man. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic here. I just 25 long shots in every single rifle, every single SMG, every single LMG, battle rifle, marksman rifle, sniper rifle. Oh my god, it makes me mad. But shipment, the reason why people like it so much is the sole progression path, which is leveling up your guns and going for Orion. It's done faster in that playlist, and there's a lot of really stupid, antiquated challenges that are associated with that sole progression grind, and shipment makes that better. But also, at the same time, who gives a shit? We are 6 months into this game's life cycle. There is no reason why we can't play shipment to our heart's content, because the beta for the next COD is going to be out in a couple of months. Like, who cares what people do in Modern Warfare 2 right now? Obviously, Infinity Ward doesn't, otherwise they would update the game and actually add some content to it and make it so the playlists that fans enjoy are there, as compared to just, oh my god, like the amount of like nonsense, like the mishandling of the COD franchise. Like, when this franchise is all said and done, which we are freaking years and years and years and years and years away from that, like COD is always going to be, financially successful to greater or lesser extents. But when it's all said and done, man, I need to see like a proper like documentary. I need some books to start coming out or something on the handling of this franchise from the people that are actually there behind the scenes. Because right now, and it all goes back to what I was talking about a few videos ago, it honestly seems like they don't want COD to grow. They seem content with the money they're bringing in. They seem complacent as all hell to just, instead of actively working towards improving the game and reclaiming their lost market share, they're too busy doing... Actually, it's a good question. What the hell are they doing? What are they possibly doing? There's no mention anywhere of what they are occupying their time with. Like, did they go back to the cube crawls of old at the COD studios and the Activision studios? Like, what are they doing? I mean, the realistic answer, just based on what we know, is they're all likely nose to the grindstone on their next game. They release, their current game. This happens every single year. We saw it with Vanguard, with Sledgehammer, which was like one of the worst examples of it. But, they launched the game. They support it for a couple of weeks to make sure a couple of the bugs are fixed, and then they go on like a 2-month-long vacation where the game is just an autopilot, even though it's like the most popular time of the year where the most people are possibly playing. You think it would be all hands on deck, but it's not for some reason. They're on vacation during that time. And then when they come back, they continue to just keep the lights on. They keep the game in like autopilot mode, I suppose. And while they're doing that, they're busy working on their next title, because it's supposed to be a 3-year dev cycle. And if we're going to take that like at face value, then that means that once they're back from their vacation, once the game goes live, then they're probably working on their next game. They're in meetings and they're scripting things up, and they're kind of like brainstorming ideas and trying to change things around as in playtesting. And assuming they playtest, but doing stuff like that, right? So right now, is Infinity Ward just working on Modern Warfare 3? Are they busy helping out Sledgehammer Games? Like, what is going on? I don't know. And this is the problem with the COD cycle. This is why going into this year, I was so happy when those leaks and rumors coming in from Jason Schreier and everyone else saying that Modern Warfare 2 is going to be a 2-year game, because I'm like, holy shit, they're actually going to support the product that they released and sold to people for more than a month. That sounds fantastic, right? But then, of course, that didn't turn out to be true. And, you know, you could argue one way or the other, but I would definitely argue this is some of the worst post-launch support we've ever had in the COD franchise. Like, this, it's hard to think of something worse than one original map 6 months into the game's life cycle. For crying out loud, COD 4 did better than that in 2007. I mean, they had a map pack, but still, you had to buy it. But, dude, at least you had something. Oh man, at some point all you can do is laugh, I guess. But there you guys have it. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. I mean, that was a bit of a rant there, but yeah, they are bleeding players right now, and Activision, Infinity Ward, Raven Software, Treyarch, Phoenix, Toys for Bob, all of them, they don't seem to care. They really don't. So yeah, that's kind of where we are right now with the COD franchise. As always, if any new information comes out, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted. But for right now, that's the end of this little rant video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down below, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.